Across Papua New Guinea's Sepik swampland, the air is laden with the sweet, damp smell of the tropics. In this unspoiled wilderness, tiny creatures inhabit the shallows, and water birds forage for food among the reeds. As free as the breeze that stirs the sunlit glades, snowy egrets rise on graceful wings. New Guinea man is part of this cycle of life, forming a passive partnership with the natural world around him. But in this secluded corner of planet Earth, where the centuries seem to have forgotten to turn, what does the future hold for the ancient tribes of river people? The people of the Sepik are schooled in the wisdom of the wild. They're in tune with their environment and have adjusted their lives to the changing moods of the great river and the ebb and flow of its quiet backwaters. Born in the rain-drenched mountains of the hinterland, the 700-mile Sepik River is the Amazon of New Guinea. An implacable, silt-laden tide, its murmuring waters rise in season to flood the land and fill the still water lagoons. The fringing forest supplies logs for dugout canoes, and the mighty river becomes a highway of travel for the people of the Sepik. Villages are never far from the river and are built of jungle materials that cost no more than the physical effort of collection and construction. In this unhurried, rent-free society, there is a limited cash flow, but the sale of crocodile skins and tribal artifacts supplies money for luxuries, such as steel tools and clothing. Here, as in other Papua New Guinea tribal areas, the pig is the coveted symbol of wealth. Experts in the art of jungle survival, women make saksak, a starchy food obtained from the trunk of the sago palm. Saksak pancakes are cooked on an open hot plate and provide at best a rubbery meal. And the river, with its deeps and shallows, is a constant source of fish, the people's main protein item. So, life on the river is a constant round of food gathering and food preparation. Much time is spent in canoe travel from villages to distant gardens or to sago stands in the jungle. It's left to the womenfolk to attend to most of the daily chores, such as gathering firewood and weaving ingenious fish traps from jungle cane. The men attend to other tribal affairs, including the preparation of spirit worship symbols in a highly stylized art form. Dancing in devil mask and costume is part of a complicated system of tribal ceremonial life, which is strictly in the male domain. But this is not a carefree paradise. Because of lack of hygiene and the mosquito-infested environment, the river people have suffered severely from health problems. Diseases such as malaria, dysentery, and malnutrition have taken their toll, especially among young children. The infant mortality rate has averaged as high as 50%. In one village, it was found that for several years, no babies had survived the first 12 months. But in recent times, this situation has changed. Regular medical clinics are now conducted among the river villages with encouraging results. One of the most successful medical services for the Sepik people has been conducted from the Pathfinder, a combined floating home and mobile clinic operated by the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The medical houseboat was planned and constructed at Ambunti on the Sepik River by Adventist Welfare Director David Lundstrom. A skilled engineer, Lundstrom was assisted by experienced tradesmen and some local helpers who soon learned the use of foreign tools and materials. Twin pontoons, 48 feet long, scientifically designed and tested, formed the important base of this unusual craft. The superstructure was planned for lightness, maximum storage space, and convenience of living for those who would operate the vessel. The fully decked houseboat was 52 feet long with a beam of 14 feet. Non-rusting aluminium played an important part in construction. It was always an exciting time when crates of parts and equipment arrived at Ambunti from Australia. At last, many hundreds of man-hours and some 30,000 rivets later, the Pathfinder shell is ready for launching, a critical operation. A 4-cylinder Lister Marine diesel is now manhandled into the engine room. Power from the engine is transmitted by pressure line to twin hydraulic drive motors at the stern. Propellers are raised by remote control if river snags are encountered. The flooding river is never without its complement of floating logs and other detritus, a constant hazard to navigation. At times of high water, floating islands of reeds are frequently seen. With Pathfinder beautifully fitted out and painted, the great day of dedication came, attended by government and church officials. Now, the steady drone of Pathfinder's engine is a welcome sound along a 200-mile section of the winding Sepik River. Regular clinics are held at almost 60 villages, either on the main stream or along many of its tributaries. At time of filming, Lynn and Gordon Taylor, graduate nurses from Sydney Adventist Hospital, were the husband and wife team operating the Sepik Medical Service. Clinics are conducted on board Pathfinder, or at times on shore if this is more convenient. Local superstitions and inhibitions are overcome as mothers bring their babies for treatment. And little Christine is a goodwill ambassador among the village people. Up to 400 general outpatients are treated each month, but maternal and infant welfare clinics make up the major portion of the medical work along the river. More than 1,500 infants are enrolled for regular checking, weighing, and receiving of medication when needed. Family planning clinics are also conducted, with a steady increase in enrollment. In the field of preventive medicine, injections and vaccinations are given for whooping cough, diphtheria, tuberculosis, polio, and tetanus. Infant mortality, once as high as 50%, has dropped dramatically to less than 1%, a most gratifying reward for those involved in this service. This same improvement in community health is found in a widespread area from the steamy lowlands of this great island to the temperate mountain plateaus. A sister medical unit is the Sopas Hospital and Nurse Training Center in the Western Highlands. In a land of rugged terrain, the airplane has brought speedy transport to difficult areas and lifted human communication, education, and health care out of the Stone Age. Papua New Guinea is now a self-governing nation. In a few short years, Port Moresby, seat of government, has taken on many aspects of a modern, westernized city. University education is available to young people whose parents grew up in illiteracy. Church schools from primary to tertiary level are an important adjunct to the government education service. In a land where women traditionally took second place, bright young girls are proving that they can acquire useful skills and take their rightful place in a modern society.
I'll never more roam.
These centers of learning seem far removed from the dreamtime villages of the jungle country. No one can prophesy when dramatic changes in lifestyle will come to the children of the Sepik wilderness. Like the whispering waters of the great river, the ebb and flow of outside influences touch but gently the lives of Sepik suburbia. In the meantime, quality of life within the framework of the tribal society is being surely improved. Through the services of the Pathfinder medical team, better health and a new hope is brought to the villages of the river people.